Good afternoon, Midby Presbyterian Church. So a really powerful chunk of scripture came up in a Bible study I was doing earlier this week at Harbor Tower, and I wanted to share it with you. It's from Philippians chapter 4. So Paul, when he's writing, he's in prison. He is in prison a lot towards the end of his life. And in fact, while he's in prison, he's shipped from the Holy Land all the way across the ocean to Rome. There's even a shipwreck in the middle, all of which he does while in custody, which is really a wild, wild story. But he was familiar with suffering. And we all do, to a greater or lesser extent, know what it is to suffer. Paul just had a particularly acute vision of suffering. And so the Philippians sent him a note, and they sent him some financial gifts to help him in the work that he's doing, even while he's in prison. And so he thanks them in his letter, and then he writes this: "For I have learned to be content with whatever I have." And that's hard, right? That's really hard. He continues, "I know what it is to have little, and I know what it is to have plenty. And in any and all circumstances, I have learned the secret of being well fed and of going hungry, of having plenty and of being in need." I'd kind of like to know, wouldn't you, what this secret really is? So he tells us. He says, "I can do all things through him who strengthens me." Now, don't go overboard, right? Just because God strengthens me doesn't mean I can do anything at all. That would be taking this chunk of scripture way out of context. But what it does mean is that the Lord, who strengthens us, helps us to be content in our present circumstances. Sometimes those hard times don't end the way we want them to. Sometimes those good times will continue longer than we anticipate. Sometimes what we thought would be good turns out to be bad. Sometimes we hurt or are hungry. Sometimes people that we care about are hurting, and well, that makes us hurt too. And in all of this, the God who strengthens us also helps us find contentment. Contentment is a really good thing. It's not happiness, not really. You're probably not gonna feel too happy when these bad things strike, but there's an element of satisfaction with it, an element of acceptance almost, an element of peace. It's similar to the whole biblical idea of shalom, even. Peace, yes, but not just nonviolence, really a wholeness or a fullness. That's shalom. And sometimes it does feel like it takes a secret to learn all of that. But what's the secret? It's that we have a God who walks beside us, strengthening us, so that we can find a wholeness in all things, even in the worst of things. And so, friends, until next time, peace be with you.